Thanks for popping by. We're going to go through a gentle flow today. It's going to be really grounded. It's going to open you up. If you're feeling like your head is just kind of full or you've been living in a fast-paced environment, this is going to be really great to calm down your nervous system, to reconnect you with your body, and to open you up a little bit. So why don't you meet me on the mat, grab any props that you typically use, make sure that you have water close by, and we will start in a cross-legged position, making sure that the feet are a little bit further from the pelvis. So we're trying to find the sit bones nice and easy on the mat. Once you've arrived, we'll just allow the hands to rest easy on the knees in the center of your thighs or down beside you. So you close down the eyes, lengthen through the back of the neck, and tuck your chin just slightly. Begin to breathe into the low belly space, expanding through, feeling the movement. And on the exhale, drawing the belly button back. Inhale, open up through the low belly. Exhale, empty it out. We'll fill all the way up and we'll sigh the exhale out. And exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Softly blink the eyes open. We'll inhale, reach the right arm up overhead. Walk the fingertips on the left side over, and we're bending over towards the left. So during this practice, I recommend keeping a soft gaze or even your eyes closed and listening to the body and the breath and really feeling this moment. Breathe. Use your inhale to bring you back up through center. Your exhale, come over to the other side. Right arm comes to meet the mat, left arm reaches over. Trying to ground through the opposite sit bone. So if I'm reaching towards my right side with my left arm, I'm pressing my left hip down. Coming back up through center, we'll go one more each side. Maybe we can get a little bit deeper, lowering the elbow down towards the mat. If not, we can just start to bend. Inhale through center. Exhale, other side. Coming back in through center, let's walk the hands forward. So you're in a forward fold over top of your bent legs. Grab any props that you need to rest your forehead on the mat. I like to stack double fists. You can always grab a pillow or a block or a blanket. We're opening up through the backs and the sides of the hips. You'll notice whichever leg is in front, you might get more of a sensation throughout that opening. Or maybe it's the low back that you feel the pull. We'll just breathe here for another breath. And on your next inhale, walk your hands back up. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's uncross the legs, but we'll cross them the other way this time. So you've got your opposite shin in front. From here, we're going to turn over towards the right knee. So both of my shoulders are facing the right side, and I'm going to walk over. Resting my chest towards my knee. And your left shoulder is going to want to peel up. You're going to want to press that down so that the shoulders really stay level. You might feel a little bit of a pull across the left side, low back, or maybe through the left rib cage. Maybe even into the hip. Come back up through center, and we walk over towards the other side. So facing the left knee, keeping both shoulders in line and pressing the sternum towards the knee. Soften through the breath, release tension in the eyebrows. And from here, walking through center, coming into that forward fold over top of the other shin this time. So noticing the difference between sides for the opening. And pressing the tailbone down towards the mat. We're really rounding through the spine here. Next inhale brings you back up. We'll keep the right leg bent, but let's unfold the left leg so it's towards the corner of the mat. We're sitting up nice and tall, and we're going to reach over towards the left side with the right arm on your exhale. We'll inhale, come back up. Exhale, come back down. That left arm is just tracing the shin. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Even slower, take your full breath, move on your breath. And the exhale brings you down. We'll hold it here. Trying to open up through the chest. The pinky edge of the arm curves down. Internal rotation here of the upper arm. Breathe through the side body. We'll close off the chest, framing the left foot, rotating. You might need to come up a little bit so that you have some space in the back. We're going to send the chest forward as much as we can, rounding through the neck, tucking the chin. Breathing deeply here. Feeling that grounding breath in your pelvis. And walk through center, coming over towards the right knee this time. Twisting the chest and keeping the shoulders in line with each other. From here, we're going to keep this rotation going. So you're going to bring your big toe towards the mat on your left leg. You're going to rotate towards the right side of the mat. So we're facing the back of the mat now, making your way into pigeon. So taking any modifications that you need to, using a block underneath the bent leg, or even bending the back leg for a deer posture. Once you've made your way into your pigeon, you might come down onto your forearms. Release the head onto the mat. Softening and pressing weight into the left hip, really rolling and lengthening through the toes. Trying to get the low belly as close to the mat as possible. And then checking in again with the forehead. Is the sensation inspiring some tension in the forehead or in the jaw? How can you use your exhale to release this? Come back up through center. We'll roll back open, bringing the feet towards the mat and windshield wipering from side to side. We'll let that go. We'll keep the left leg bent, straightening out the right side, moving towards other side. So making sure that we've got a comfortable seat beneath us. You can always put a blanket or a block underneath your sit bones. On the inhale, we lift up. The exhale, we come forward into our side bend. Inhale up. Exhale, other side. Inhale up. Exhale down. Dancing this, using your own breath to inspire the speed that you're moving. Trying to find my words here. Use that breath. The speed is personal to you, and you actually get to decide how long that speed or that breath is. Yeah. One more each side, and we'll hold it over. Bringing left arm over top, bringing it towards the toes. Pinky side of the arm twists down, internal rotation of the shoulder, looking underneath the left side. Trying to have weight in the left hip flexor. How can you release there? Breathing through the intercostal muscles, the rib cage. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, close the chest, frame the foot. Try to pull the right low belly. I know it's just a low belly, but try to pull the right side back and really send your left shoulder forward. allowing the breath to flow and be easeful. If we're finding it's difficult, we might ease out of the posture a little bit and then back in once we've regained the flow. Walk the hands through the center and coming over towards the left side. Bringing sternum towards the shin. Maybe your forehead can rest on the knee. As we're here, let's try not to roll forward on the right side and ground through that hip and that sit bone. And coming up, we're gonna roll into our pigeon pose on the other side. So right toes come down towards the mat, coming over onto our left side and adjusting yourself as necessary into your left side pigeon. Again, finding the block if you need to under the left or bending the back knee. Once you've arrived here, coming down onto the forearms if the space is available and allowing the forehead to rest on the mat. And have length and energy out of the right side, peeling the right hip down towards the mat. You can practice engaging through the back leg and then releasing. It's always a nice investigation of sensation, I find. Also a cute rhyme. Breathe here. Sensation might start to amplify. We know that breath is going to be our anchor. Everything is going to be okay. The body is going to be okay. We won't be here forever. Softening and feeling the support of the mat. Going back up through center, rolling back. And this time we're going to bring both legs nice and wide. So we've got a straddle. And bring your feet about 70% of your depth. We want to have available space to move and grow within the posture as well as to maintain the flow of the breath. So once you have found your 70% depth, walk your hands forward. Keep the feet nice and flexed to start. So toes are facing the ceiling and we're pressing the heels down towards the mat. So that might mean that your knees bend just slightly, and that's okay. But as we're coming down towards the mat, how can you release in the pelvis? Maybe you need to let go of the tailbone, unlock the hip flexors with a little bit of a wiggle. As you're taking your time here and you're allowing yourself to soften forward, again, we soften through the back of the neck and tuck the chin. Release the throat, no excess tension. As we're here, see if you can peel your toes backwards. So we're sending the heels forwards and the toes back. So we're rolling onto the backs of our legs and we're not moving our torso. Yeah, just try that a couple times, pulsing in and out of that little minor rotation. We'll come back up through center, rolling up through the spine, drawing the feet in towards each other. And we'll windshield wiper if you need to wipe the slate clean and let go of the tension in the hips. We'll bring the feet to center, coming into your bound angle pose or butterfly. Taking blocks underneath the knees if you need that extra support, and being proud through the chest and long through your spine. As we're here, let's grab the ankles. So the thumbs are on the inside and they're kind of resting behind that bony part in that soft spot between your Achilles and that bony protrusion there. Give yourself a little bit of a massage through this area. The insertion points, the attachment points of the muscles, the calves and the Achilles. Now from here, we'll release that little massage. On your inhale, come through cat and cow. Draw the chest forward, lift the gaze up, send the tailbone back. The exhale, round through your spine, Send your pelvis forward and back. Chin is tucked. Inhale, lengthen, broaden through your shoulders. Exhale, round them out. Send your heart backwards. Inhale, shine it up. Look up. Exhale, round it out. And take any type of freestyle movement that you want here with your torso. I like to take nice big circles and alternate between them. You can take your traditional cat and cow. You can work into the shoulders. Really just mindfully moving. And I highly recommend closing the eyes here so that we really get into that intuitive movement. Making sure that we're even and finishing yourself off if you've done one thing on one side, moving to the other. And we'll quiet down and soften, coming back to neutral spine and bringing the heart forward into your fold. The thumbs can come to the inside of your arches, and you can massage the arches of your feet while you're down here to help release any tension and give a little bit of love to our feet. Support us throughout practice and throughout our life. We'll come back and we'll lay down onto the mat, releasing, drawing the knees in towards your chest and giving them a squeeze. Rocking from side to side or drawing small circles in one direction or the other. And once you're ready, release the soles of the feet down towards the mat. Open up the hands. Release the legs nice and long, moving your way into your final resting posture, Shavasana. Taking any props that you need. There's no rush. And once you have settled or arrived, you might need to settle for round 2. That means taking any shoulder adjustments, wiggling the hips, lengthening or opening the legs. As you breathe here, see if you can expand the spine both beneath you and in front of you, as well as to the sides. Feel that 3D breath throughout your whole torso. So we take a moment here to reintegrate, to bring practice into our nervous system, to ground with ourselves. You might find something of gratitude for yourself, for showing up today on your mat, taking care of yourself, your body and your mind and your heart by moving through this practice. Feel free to stay here for as long as you need to. You can draw the soles of the feet down towards the mat, rolling towards right side, finding fetal position for a moment. And coming up to a seated cross-legged position. Nice and easy, there's no rush. Bring the hands up overhead, reaching up. Hands come down to heart center. Exhale completely. Inhale through the nose. Sigh out the mouth. Bow chin to chest. In gratitude, I thank you for moving with me and sharing your light. Namaste. May you have a really lovely rest of your day.